What's going on, everybody? Oh, get him in there. Get him in there. This is why we got rid of the green screen. We got a full wide sweep. We can see the entire lat side. I am bringing you another Avalonian weapon look at. We are looking at the Daybreaker, my pick for the game-changing weapon of the update. I really think this weapon is insane. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun with it, a lot of uses, and we'll get into that as we go. But here's the build today. We're going with the lunging strike. We're also gonna go with forest of spears and the breakthrough, which is a charge, and it hits for 1,000 physical damage, and it removes all buffs for everybody you hit, and while you're charging, you're immune to any crowd control effects. So this is going to be extremely good for escaping. I don't want to spoil it. We'll get into it here in a little bit. I'm also bringing the Cowl of Purity, for funsies, really no other reason. Does a little beam for 650 magic damage, 45-second cooldown though, is pretty rough. It also interrupts if that matters to you. We're going to keep with the Cultist Robe for the extra damage, and Levitate is just so good. So even though it's getting nerfed, it is still really good. You recover health and energy for 0.5 seconds, and you get increased physical and magical resistances by a lot. 159 is not bad. We're going Hunter Shoes with refreshing sprint, just to have the abilities come up a little bit quicker. No, nothing too seriously. Not too serious. We're gonna go with the Muzak. Now, there's a lot of things you can do here, by the way. You can do Crypt Candle for just pure raw damage. You could go Taproot for pure raw health, but all that's neither here nor there. Instead, we're gonna go with the Muzak. What was I doing there? Muzak for the extra damage, and then that's really about it. The Thetford Cape for the extra lightning damage. We have Stew and healing. I didn't bring a way to regen health in between battles because I'm hardcore like that. And yes, let's get the show on the road. Also wanted to mention real quick the demon boots. The nerf is the same exact effect, but with a 1 minute cooldown rather than 30 seconds, which is what's in the current game or pre Rise of Avalon. And then the Hunter Hood, a magical barrier will reflect 70% of incoming damage back to the attacker, no longer 100%. It also seems like the resistances might be a little bit lower, but I'm not 100% confirmed on that. Also today we are doing an 8.2 dungeon map, as you can see here. Let's get this show on the road, ladies and gentlemen. So, why do I think this weapon's gonna be the cat's meow, the Swiss cheese of it all? Well, that right there, dude. That damage is kind of insane. I really think this is gonna be, there's a little bit of a cast time to it, but I mean, who really cares? You know what I mean? Does that make sense? No, who cares? It's a word we can all understand what it all means. We're doing pretty good here, actually, I think. We are taking a couple hits. I mean, we can levitate whenever. Maybe we shouldn't use it like right there. I don't know. How liberal should you be with the levitate that comes every 45 seconds? Neither here nor there. So why do I think it's going to be good? So clear speed, we're kind of testing the clear speed right now. I don't know how this is going to go. 8. So we're a full tier rate at 8.2 with a 1480 IP. No, nothing too crazy. I mean, it's extremely doable at 8.2. Like, I mean, we shouldn't lose, much like the Realm Breaker. Now, I think it's going to be huge for escaping. So the gatherers out there, let me explain something to you. First off, you do get a dash. The E is a dash. Here, let me show you. Which I mean, I already have, but it's fun to do, so I'm gonna keep showing it. You get this dash right here. Whoop, beep. Right there. It does a lot of damage, it has a pretty good range on it, and it removes all buffs. You can remove, so you start running away. So you don't start with the breakthrough run away. What you do is you start running away, and as they're chasing you, you can figure out a way to use this against them and get rid of their boots and then pop your boots. You know what I mean? Now you're ahead of the game. I haven't tested that because it's only in the test server and no one's really chased me yet. So, you know, I haven't really tested it, but the damage is also insane. So, I mean, as you can see, PV is going really well right now. The I explained gathering and escaping. Corrupted dungeons. Why is this going to be good for corrupted dungeons? It's a mixture of the decent PvE. You know, it's not like top tier. You know, okay, hold on, it's top tier, but it's not like S tier. I would probably put in the A tier category as of right now for PvE. I mean, it's a spear. I mean spears. You know, spears alone are already decent enough in the clear speed category on PvE, whatever. But the high testosteronius of this weapon comes in the form of corrupted dungeons. Okay, corrupted dungeons, if you don't know, obviously it's the new thing, the new PvP thing, dungeon coming out in Rise of Avalon. And what it's bringing, oh, we can just skip this. The idea is for the 1v1, I think it's going to be good enough. It's going to have a lot of good potential. Using this to get rid of buffs is going to be huge. Much like so you can, instead of using a mage robe, you can use that instead to get rid of any kind of buffs you need to get rid of. And then you can have a different slot, maybe even the cultist or druid robe instead, which can help you do a little bit more damage, or whatever you can come up with. And then now you can fight the 1v1. Alternatively, let's say you wanted to use this to farm corrupted dungeons, but for PvE. You know what I mean? Like, so you don't take the contract, you don't take priority to get invaded or to invade, but when someone invades you, you'll be able to kill the shards that show up that will get rid of the invader by escaping using the E, and then taking out the shards. Does that make sense? So I really think that this is either going to get nerfed when it starts, which cross your fingers that it doesn't, because I'm actually changing the way I play to play this right now. So I'm actually leveling up spears in the real game, not in the test server, which this is on, in order to get ready for this. Or is this going to be really expensive and used a lot? Or, and this is something that I doubt's going to be the case. I could be completely wrong with my assessment and it's actually garbage, but I don't see that happening. I'm usually pretty good about my assessments, give or take. I'm a little disappointed, and I'm going to show the sword as well as, because I've already showed the axe and now the spear here. I am going to show the sword too, because, you know, I am a sword guy, but I don't think the sword's going to be used for what I wanted to be used for, which is going to be 1v1 PvP and PvE. Maybe in PvE. I mean, I haven't tried it yet, so I think the next video is going to be the new sword in PvE to kind of see what it does here. But for PvP wise, I'm not hopeful. And I hate saying that because you know me, I'm a sword lord through and through. Ooh, it doesn't really matter. But I might be a spear. What rhymes with spear that I can say on YouTube? You know, I'm gonna have the motto "Fear the Spear." There we go. Instead of being a sword lord, my new motto is "Fear the Spear." You know what? It's gonna be as close as we're gonna get to something that's easy to say. Anyway, I'm excited for it, man. It's one of those updates. It's going to be huge, much like my 22-inch pythons, baby. There we go. I had to do it. You know I had to do it to him. This might be a little bit of an iffy grab here. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. Am I a god? Yes, I am. Nice, easy. Yeah, I would say that I think I'm doing a little bit better than I did with the Realm Breaker. Believe it or not. There's also, and I don't know, I might not show these, but there's also the hammer and the mace and the quarterstaff. I think the quarterstaff has the potential to do something okay. The maces people are gonna like. I'm not really a mace guy, so I'm not really like, oh yay maces. I'm just kind of like, yeah, it's a mace, I guess. You know, I mean they're really good. I'm being pretty facetious here. Facetious? Versace? You know what I mean? That one word that means like you're just kind of being dumb. No, not dumb. I don't know. What does facetious mean? Can someone have like a? Ooh, it's actually like really good in the test server. Someone have like a definition on hand right now? Anyone in the room? No, just me here, huh? My cats are no help. But you know, I love my cats, but when it comes down to it, they're you know, they're just pieces of meat that you get to look at. And I mean, they're adorable. But other than that, oh, I think one just meowed. He might have heard me. My bad, Wade. Don't feel too bad, buddy. It's all cats, not just them. You know what I mean? You know, like the video if you agree with me. Alrighty then. Well, I mean, I would love to hear the feedback on what you guys think of these. I think a good handful of y'all probably haven't been on the test server trying out some of these weapons here, but I would love to see which ones you're the most excited for. I feel like a lot of people are going to be really excited for the axe, and I mean, rightfully so. Oh, boo, dude. I guess I could have probably downed a healing potion there. I think a lot of people are excited for the axe. I think the new Avalonian axe has good PvP potential due to the E having like a knock up and everything. Or is it a root? You know, it's a form of CC, which axes didn't really have a ton of beforehand. So I think that's pretty good. And it still has all the PvP and like bleed effects that a normal axe would have. So I mean, there's definitely some good stuff there. The new Great Nature Staff that like connects to people, either foe, ally, or foe, and then gives you a buff depending on who's connected, like, you know, doing extra damage when two foes are connected, or extra healing when an ally and ally are connected, stuff like that. That's huge. That's actually gonna make waves. Look at that. Look at that, dude. Just didn't even stand a chance. The easy EWQQ wombo combo. It goes down. It's as common as the Konami code. Up, down, up. Wait. I think it's up, down, left, right. BA select start. I know that because there's a song by Falling in Reverse that always that does that exact rhyme, and I just remember that because I work out a lot, and Falling in Reverse is a pretty good band. You know, they would quote unquote go pretty hard if you're not too careful with it. What a stop. Oh, the E doing 1,000 damage at tier 8 flat. It's pretty good. So we do need to wait for a couple of our cooldowns here. We can even do this to get a little bit quicker cooldown on it. I think we're ready at this point. See how this goes. I'm confident. I think we'll win on the first shot, especially being a blue boss. It doesn't even stand a freaking chance, dude. I do want to go over the PvP build, or not the build, but the abilities on here that I think is going to be really, really good for PvP, especially in corrupted dungeons. Well, there's two. I don't know why I want to go over them, but I want to talk about them because I don't know. I think they're kind of neat. We do need to get this. I mean, if we're not careful, if we're not real careful, we might lose here. I still doubt that because what did I say? I am amazing. Here we go. I wish I could do tier 8 with tier 5 of these already. I mean, like, I am going to do a tier 8 with tier 5 of these once they come out, as long as they're not, like, you know, super expensive, just to see what it's really like. Because right now I'm doing the best I can with tier 8 and 8.2 dungeon maps, but it's really not the same. And what do we get here? 6.1 Druid Robe would have been a pretty good grab. Maybe from an 8.2, not really, but still 6.1. By the way, looking at these, inner focus is the one that people use a lot to run around with. I think it's gonna be really good. However, Impaler, dealing 678 damage and slowing enemies, I think that one's going to be absolutely huge for corrupted dungeons. This is going to be good for escaping, maybe even escaping and getting shards in corrupted dungeons, but for like the one-on-one, I think Impaler is going to be the way to go. Well, I mean, like, deflecting spin also has a little bit of like that parrying strike. It's like a worse parrying strike, basically. Oh, I mean, you do get to restore 8 energy every 0.5 seconds. So it's a different kind of parrying strike, but it's a similar effect. Cripple is okay if you're chasing. I just think Impaler is just insanely good. So it's gonna be like Q Impaler breakthrough. And then as for, I don't know, you know, we'll get into that much later. Anyway, guys, I am out of here. If you liked the video, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of was it Daybreaker? Is that the name of this thing? The Daybreaker, and all the other weapons as well. I'll be back again soon with the Kingmaker, the sword, the nice, beautiful, high, medium testosterone. So all right, guys, I'm out here and see y'all later.